from 1961 to 1966, he was without equal. He led the league in strikeouts 4 times, had the lowest ERA 5 times. He pitched 4 no-hitters, won 129 games, and 3 Cy Young Awards. All this before arthritis forced him to retire at age 30.
Sandy, for a 5-year period, was unhittable.
The day I wasn't pitching, I used to sit down just to watch him. His fastball and his breaking ball, his overhand curve, he was the master.
There were a lot of times you knew what was coming, and you still couldn't hit it.
Koufax was so good, he stumped the game's best hitters, even when they knew what was coming.
I knew. He would tell you. He said, here it comes. And the ball would get there and go up. It wouldn't go, it didn't do anything but just go up. I couldn't hit it. It start here, go up.
He threw what I call radio balls. You could hear him, but you couldn't see him. It was definitely an audio experience. You just hear this.
The curveball up here, which is normally a ball, is now a strike from him. Because you don't see it every day, you just can't react to it.
And you almost felt like he could pitch into a no-hit game any day he walked out there. Some pitchers go out there, they don't have their good stuff. Well, I never saw a day that Koufax didn't have good stuff.
And his 4th no-hitter was perfect.
1 strike away. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A perfect game.
Koufax reached still another level in the World Series, where in 8 starts, his ERA was incredibly below 1.
You've had 4 no-hitters, a perfect game, have a World Series record of 15 in 1 game. Where does this one fit in as far as thrills are concerned?
I don't know, Vinny. This has got to be as high as any of them. This whole year is a thrill.
In his final season, he won 27 games, making it 129 in a magical 6-year run.
In those 6 or 7 years, he was something beautiful to watch.
He was the pitcher of that decade. Maybe, I mean, any decade, really.
I don't have much to say. I just have one short statement, and I'll try and answer any questions that anybody has. A few minutes ago, I sent a letter to Buzzy asking him to put me on the voluntary retirement list.
He was like the meteor. He came across and was so bright in his heyday, and then the fires went out so fast.
Make a reservation.
September of 1965, Koufax reached the pinnacle of his talent.
In his sensational career, as Sandy Koufax walked out to the mound to pitch a faithful ninth, where he turned in a no-hitter. But tonight, through 8 innings, he has pitched a perfect game.
Well, he was just right on it. He couldn't wait to get to the mound. He walked very fast to the mound. He got the ball. He got his warm-up. Couldn't wait for the hitters to get in the batter's box.
Sandy reading signs into his windup, 2-2 pitch. Fastball got him swinging. He is 2 outs away.
I struck out 3 times on 9 pitches with no wasted pitches at all. 1, 2, 3, gone. 1, 2, 3, gone. 1, 2, 3, gone. He was like a machine on the mound.
Sandy fussing. Looks in to get a sign. The strike 2 pitch. Fastball swung on and missed, strike 3. He is 1 out away from the promised land.
You just knew when Sandy was pitching, you could be looking at history.
2-2 to Harvey Keene. 1 strike away. Sandy into his windup. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, a perfect game.
Killebrew tight to the bag at third. Mincher holding fairly at first. Line drive down the left field line and hooking from Allison, who dives, makes a circus catch. Oh, what a play by Allison. Fairly back to first. A tremendous play by the Minnesota left fielder. We just got to look at that one again. Here it is coming out. And remember, he's running on wet grass and also a muddy, wet warning track. Watch him slide. Great.
Uh-oh. Near the foul pole. Home run. Lou Johnson has his 2nd home run of the World Series, and the Dodgers take a 1-0 lead. Ball 2, strike 2, 2 out. Killebrew on first. Dodgers leading 2-0. A step off. He did it. Sandy Koufax gets his 10th strikeout, his 2nd consecutive shutout of the Twins. On Monday on a 4-hitter, today on a 3-hitter. Every pitcher, of course, likes to finish a game with a strikeout. This was, of course, not a game. This was the 7th game of the World Series. And the totals for the Dodgers: 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. For the Minnesota Twins, no runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. And so the 2 teams, picked by practically no one to be playing in the World Series, carry it down through 7. And the Dodgers have won the 1965 World Series. Koufax is the winner. In this series, he has won 2 and lost 1. He scored the 1 shutout in Dodger Stadium, where every pitcher likes to pitch, and the shutout today in Metropolitan Stadium, where very few pitchers like to pitch. Jim Cott, the loser, worked 3 innings, was followed by Al Worthington, Johnny Clipstein, Jim Merritt, and Jim Perry. Koufax won it, Cott lost it. As these same 2 pitchers duel for the 3rd time in the World Series. As it turned out, Lou Johnson's home run in the 4th inning was the only run that Koufax needed. But they scored another in the same inning on a double by Fairley and a bouncing single over first into right field by Wes Parker. So the Dodgers are the world champions, defeating the Twins in this final game by a score of 2-0.